to TalentSprint series on most frequently asked coding questions. In this series, we are taking a look at a variety of questions that have been asked in interviews and written exams over the years. We are not only taking a look at the right solution, but also giving you tips and pointers along the way to help improve your coding style. So without any delay, let's jump into today's video. Today we are going to write a function to find the position of an element in an array using binary search. So first let's talk a bit about binary search. To search an element in an array using binary search, the array has to be sorted because binary search works only on sorted elements. Now binary search is a divide and conquer kind of algorithm. What we do is, in an array, we pick the middle element and compare it with the number to be searched. If there is a match, we return the position of the middle element. But if it is not a match, we check if the middle element is smaller than the number to be searched or greater than the number to be searched. Now, in both the conditions, our array to be searched gets divided into half. Let me explain you in more detail. So let's say we have this array of 9 elements, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. So now when we have to search for an element or search the position of an element in this particular array, we first find out the middle element. How we do that? We divide the length by 2 and go to the middle element. So in this case, our middle element would be 4. Now let's say the element that we have to search is 0. Alright. Now we compare 0 with 4. If it would have been matched, we would have returned the index of the element 4. But since 0 is less than 4, now we know that we have to search in this portion of the array. Had we been searching for 7, for example, then we would search in the other portion of the array. Since 7 is greater than 4, so it definitely lies in the other half of the array. So depending on our number is greater or less than the middle element, we swap our array to be searched to the left or to the right. Now again, in the next iteration, we will search in this half of the array. We'll again divide it by half and check. And we'll continue repeating this process till we find our match. Let me show you the function to do the same. So as you can see, we have written the function binary search, that is taking the array that needs to be searched and the value whose index needs to be found as input parameter. So this is the array, this is the key. Now inside there are some parameters that we need to set. The start position, the start index, that is 0. The last index, that would be length of the array minus 1. And also the middle element's index. So start is initialized to 0, end is array length minus 1, and the middle element will keep on changing in every iteration. So in the first iteration of size 9, middle element would be something else. Now in the next iteration, depending on which half we have to search, our middle element would change. So that we will initialize inside our while loop. Now the while loop will continue till the start of the array is less than the end of the array. So that condition we have mentioned in our while loop. Now when we go inside the while loop, first off, as I said, we have to calculate mid element. That we are doing here, start plus end by 2, fairly simple. Now the first step is just check the middle element. If it matches, then we are done. If it doesn't match, then we move on to the right half or the left half. So we compare the element to be searched with the value at the middle index. If it is a match, we will return our index, that the value is found at this particular index. If it is not a match, we will check if it is less than or greater than. Now if the key value is less than, then we have to check in the left half of the array. So the start will remain the same, but the end will change. Now the end position will become middle minus 1. Since we have compared middle, we can ignore it. Minus 1 is our end. Now in the next iteration again, this will be the end, start will remain 0, and again we will calculate mid, and this process will continue till we find our element. Similarly, if our element is greater than the middle element, so now we have to focus on the right half of the array. So for that, our end position and index will remain the same, but start will change. Now start will become mid plus 1. Mid value we have already checked, plus 1 we will make start. So the same thing we are doing in the else part. Like if key is greater than the middle value, start is equals to mid plus 1. And we will continue repeating these iterations till we find our value. But if the value is not at all found in the whole array, at the end we are returning -1. I hope you understood the whole logic of binary search and why binary search works only on sorted arrays. You should now go ahead, take an example array of your choice and try to run through the iterations of this very function to understand how middle element is calculated and how the rest of the iterations progress. You go to the left array, you go to the right array, you'll be able to get a better understanding once you run 2-3 programs or 2-3 sample arrays through this very function. We are going to take a look at many more interesting questions like this in our upcoming videos. So please don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any queries or questions, please drop a comment below or leave us a mail at the email ID mentioned on the screen. Thank you for watching and happy coding.